Hi, my name is Dr. Chinarem Ukwini, and this is the Vice Chancellor's Media Unit of the Mouau University of Agriculture, Umudike. Today we're going to be having a lovely chat with the Director of the Veterinary Teaching Hospital here with us, and then she's going to be telling us all we need to know about the Veterinary Teaching Hospital here at Mouau University of Agriculture. So without much ado, I'm going to be asking her to introduce herself and tell us in a nutshell about the Veterinary Teaching Hospital.
My name is Stella Akomas. I'm the Director of Veterinary Teaching Hospital, and I'm also a fellow of the Vet Surgeons of Nigeria. I'm also a very proud fish farmer.
So you're a fellow, you wear the cap of the veterinary director, and you're also a clinician. How do you merge all of this together?
Well, it's part of training. Of being a vet. It's part of the training. You're just busy. You're busy all through, but you just try to cope.
Speaking of training, speaking of busy, can you tell us a little bit about the Veterinary Teaching Hospital, the services that we render here in school, and how the impact it has on Mouau as a whole?
Well, statutorily, the Veterinary Teaching Hospital, Mouau, is the service unit of the College of Vet Medicine, even though it's on its own, independent, because it's actually a clearinghouse for clinicians to become from the College of Vet Medicine. So while we in Mouau University of Agriculture, Umudike, cover the catchment around us to include Akwa Ibom, Rivers, Cross River, and Imo states. We cover this catchment area so that sometimes we get referrals from these areas and we treat them. We also have postgraduate students who come in for training. At the VTH, we carry out clinical services to pet owners who bring their dogs and cats, and when sometimes some farmers who can carry their sheep and goats bring them. But when we have large animals, by large animals I mean animals that are heavy that an individual cannot exactly carry, like the horses, the cattle, and the pigs and others, we run ambulatory services for such cases. In that case, the clinician and the consultants, alongside the students who are on duty, are taken out on our ambulatory services where we treat animals and of course gain some money for the university. So while we have clinical trainings for final year students and of course 5th year students where they come and have hands-on, it's that hands-on that they get from the clinics that eventually becomes their own training when they leave the university. So for our training, we take our students to visit cattle markets. We take them to the cattle market at Lokmanta. We take our students to the abattoir in Umuahia market, in Umuahia slaughter, that is in Ubakala, where we teach our students how to do meat inspection. Of course, I want to elaborate the fact that meat inspection is a public health service that we render to the society, because if we don't do meat inspection, so many individuals will be getting so many diseases that animals are able to pass to humans that we call zoonotic diseases. We also take our students to Port Harcourt to the Polo Park, where they see a lot of horses that are used for the polo sports, and they learn a lot of things about the horses. They learn especially about their legs, because horses will usually come down with diseases of their legs, being that it's the legs that they use to run, in those races.
They sleep on their legs.
Sometimes they fall, sometimes they have issues, and then it's there that our students learn what we call horseshoeing. So it's a lot of experience for our students. For the cattle, we also take our students to places like Mbano or Hafia, where some individuals have herds of cattle. Of course, the nearest one we have is here in our farm, the animal science farm, where our staff who are clinicians and consultants also contribute to the well-being of the animals in the farm. Thank you.
Okay, so that being said, that means that the veterinary teaching hospital treats a wide range of animals, from small animals to large animals. So it's the complete experience students are getting here.
Yes.
So, and also I'm also aware of the fact that we are a training center for postgraduates, that's fellows now.
Yes.
So the veterinary teaching hospital not only covers the undergraduates, but then the masters, the PhD, and now
fellowship. Yes.
Can you tell us about that, the training ground?
Oh well, yes. The Michael Okwa University of Agriculture (UK) is currently serving the fellowship of Nigerian vet surgeons training. It's been upgraded as a training center. By that, students who have enrolled into the fellowship training, who are in Michael Okpara University and in the catchment area, come to Michael Okpara University, where we also train them. In fact, we are working out some arrangements so that the fellowship will bring a lot of animals, a lot of equipment to assist Michael Okpara University of Agriculture in this training. So it's a big one for us.
Speaking of big ones, 3 weeks ago was World Babies Day.
Yes.
And I remember that we went to different communities to do free vaccinations.
Oh, yes.
So can you talk about that?
Well, yes. We have a lot of
Outreaches.
yes, we've had a lot of outreaches, of which we've had one very recent one to mark the World Rabies Day, and the Regional Disease Surveillance Systems and Training Redise. They were able to provide a lot of support for us. We were able to take staff and students to go to several communities in our catchment like Umariaga, Umudike 1 and 2, Lokoro, Amawom, Amaba, and Ahieke, where we were able to give free anti-rabies vaccine to dogs in the area. We were also able to treat some other animals like sheep and goat, because some house owners had all these animals. So it was a very good outing for the students because they used it for their training, and everybody came back very happy that we had done so. And then talking about this anti-rabies vaccine, we're also able to have some jingles in local radio stations, and these jingles are still ongoing, so that we still have clients coming in for the free anti-rabies, which is still ongoing.
Speaking of student training, what kind of medical services do you offer in the veterinary teaching hospital, particularly the surgeries, and what should clients expect when they are bringing their pets, their animals to the veterinary teaching hospital?
Oh well, like you know, the VTH is a tertiary medical institution. It's where you have the best practices in veterinary medicine. Well, if you come to the VTH, we have modern facilities. We have the ultrasound machine. We have mobile X-rays. We have the ELISA machine, which most people use for deep researches. We have We have automated hematology and biochemical yes analysis. So it's sure that when you come to veterinary teaching hospital, your pets or your animals are going to get the best of services that they can get, because we have several units of treatment. The laboratory is equipped at least to carry and conduct researches to help in our diagnosis. And again, the surgery is like Nonye just said, the surgery is one other place where you find a lot of work being done at the physiology group. We have a lot of services we render: the anti-rabies treatment, ear cropping. These days, we have so many students having pets of dogs, and so they come, they dog the tail of their dogs, they crop their ears to conform to pedigree. So all these are and more is what we do. In fact, we do also a lot in public health practices like control of diseases. Well, like the last few months ago, one school in the city, I think it's called Bishop Mwedo Memorial School. It's a Catholic school. They have a head of pigs and just came down with swine fever. In fact, they lost all their pigs. The vet teaching hospital was there to give assistance in burying the dead pigs, and slaughtering those ones who are already sick, and of course taking samples to the national laboratory in Bonn for diagnosis. And then we went further to use antiviral agents to clean up and to wash the farm so that the viruses don't stay there. We also were able to reach other pig farmers in the area, in the catchment area. We also dispensed antiviral agents to enable them also clean their farms. We've also given them counsel on how and when to stop. Of course, we have highlighted very seriously the issues of biosecurity, because right now you can't keep animals if you don't ensure biosecurity. Don't know who is coming to your farm, don't know if the person's animals are sick, and just that single visit can claim the lives of the animals in somebody's farm. So we've been able to go around to some of the pig owners and give them some of this assistance. And of course, I should mention that the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development have been very supportive. They've given us some of these antiviral agents to be able to distribute to farmers in the area.
Speaking of consultations and farm keeping, I remember when we were talking earlier, you talked about the university losing less than 5% of their beds because the veterinary teaching hospital, the lecturers from the veterinary college actually assisting in raising our livestock. Can you tell us more about that, both the piggery, the cattle, and the avian unit?
Oh yes, in the university, the veterinary teaching hospital has played a very major role in the commercial poultry farm. This last batch that is in the market, we have a report of a less than 5% mortality, which is a very good one for any poultry farmer, because members of this vet teaching hospital were always there to make diagnosis and to make prompt treatment of diseases. So the farm is able to make a lot of profit, having lost close to less than 5% of the total intake. So we're happy to say that.
Less than 5 is a very good.
Yes.
It's a very good number.
Yes,
you can ask poultry farmers out there.
Yes.
So what kind of you've mentioned a few people that have been funding us. You've been talking about the federal ministry. So, what other grants and what other support has the veterinary teaching hospital enjoyed so far?
Oh, well, let me say that the university has tried to do its bit, but majorly, the Ministry of Agric has been very supportive. Like I said, the Release arm of the ministry has been supportive. They've given us free vaccines, they've given us prayers, they've also given us drugs. But why we don't talk much about the drugs is that most of the drugs are expired by the time they get to us. And so they are not things we can use, being that they have expired. But the intention is right. We just wish that maybe the drugs that come in should have longer shelf life. Otherwise, they've been they've been of much support to us.
That's really heartwarming and at the same time heartbreaking. So the viewers out there, people who want to come in and study veterinary medicine, people who want to come and do their postgraduate with us, people who just are curious about bringing their animals to the veterinary teaching hospital, do you have anything you'd like to say to them?
Come to the VTH.
Come to the VTH.
Come to the VTH Mouau. I'm sure you'll be glad.
Yeah.
And for those of you who send us referrals, send your referrals. I'm sure when your referrals come, you'll be happy that you made the referrals. I'm proud of the team of vets that we have in Mouau University of Agriculture. The VTH runs a 24-hour service. Yes, we do. And the students too join in the clinical rotation, so that anytime you come to the VTH, there's always someone to attend to you.
So, I would like to talk about inter-college relationship and collaboration. Has there been any collaboration? Because I know Mouau is a school of agriculture and deep research. So I know that we have the CMBB, which is the Center for Molecular and Biosciences. We have the biochemistry department. We have various departments. Is there anyhow the veterinary teaching hospital has collaborated with any other department outside the College of Veterinary Medicine?
Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yes, during the last training program that the Center for Biomolecular Sciences did, we were there to assist them with our ELISA machine, enzyme linked immunoassay machine. We were able to loan them that. That was what they used to do part of the training for their training, and we are really happy that the outcome of that training was good. Some intricate machines that people come to use, like we have the physiology unit has the physiograph, the only one in the East, and that physiograph is the machine that you can use to study the health conditions of animals. And that physiograph has served PG students, undergraduate students in the whole of the East. In fact, some coming as far as Makurdi, University of Makurdi, to do some physiological studies.
Okay.
So some of these are part of the things that the VTH has been able to do.
Speaking of the CMBB workshop, I was part of it. So it's really nice to know that we loaned some of our equipment to them, and it's intercollaborating, because veterinary medicine as a whole is not one thing; it's diverse, diversified.
Takes care of the environment, takes care of human health, takes care of the animals, and
it's everything. I don't think I will be anybody if I'm not a veterinary doctor, because I mean it's one thing that you can fit anywhere as a veterinary doctor. So I also want to talk about the Mouau University of Agriculture chapter of the anti-rabies campaign? Because I know special funds were made available to the Mouau community to get rid of rabies. So,
I was just worried that we did a campaign for anti-rabies in Mouau, and not up to 10 people turned out. And I'm like, don't you realize the importance of rabies? Just today, somebody came to ask me where they could get a post-exposure for a little boy. Yes, he was bitten by a dog. And of course, I had to refer them to Federal Medical Center Mouau for the human treatment. But the truth is, prevention is always better than cure. We have a lot of anti-rabies vaccine for the society now. The Federal Ministry of Agriculture has given us a lot of vaccines to make sure that we eradicate rabies from our society. But people are yet to really understand that when you are bitten by a rabid dog, the chances of survival is very little. In fact, we advise every dog owner to come to Mouau University of Agriculture now and get a free anti-rabies vaccine for their dogs and cats. The truth is, if beaten, it is difficult to get a cure.
Yeah, because when the person actually came, when the person came and was talking about the boy being beaten, I remember you saying that the age is sensitive.
Yes.
So it's children that actually end up getting beaten by dogs.
Yeah, because they do the playing with the dogs. They're always in contact with the dogs. And so it's really a challenge. And at that point, their immunity is quite low.
Yeah. So you see a situation where something can be prevented. There is free services to make this preventable. Yes. And then people are just not taking advantage of it.
Yes. But I think that with the current jingles we have placed on BCA radio, people are beginning to get to know. Sometimes people don't know that we have such facilities here. But by this, I would like people to know that we have right now for the next 1 year, we have free anti-rabies vaccine for all dogs and cats. So avail yourself of this opportunity to join hands with us to eliminate or at least eradicate this zoonotic disease that can, in fact, it's a killer of anybody who is bitten by a rabid dog. And of course, this rabies is not written on the face of any sick dog
at all.
It's not. Some dogs, when they are rabid, we just be very calm. Very few will run away and run out the wild type of rabies that people know.
Yes.
But yes, you know that some of these rabies diseases they don't show.
And sometimes even be in latent state.
Yes, you don't know. Yes. Yeah. And the children play with these dogs. So let's try our best and do this prevention. Let's prevent the dogs from getting this disease. This way, I think it's better for it.
Thank you very much, Ma, for your time. So, Ma, to our viewers, the VC, and every other person listening to us from wherever they might be listening to us, do you have anything to say as a closing remark?
Well, I'd like to thank the VC for this opportunity to lead the VTH for these 2 terms. But I would like to also say that we've had a free anti-rabies campaign for the university community, and sadly, less than 10 clients bought their pets for us to treat. I like at this point to say that the rabies disease is a zoonosis. Once a person is bitten by a rabid dog, survival is tough. Yes, you can get a post-exposure vaccine from the hospitals, from the human hospitals, but then it does not guarantee that the individual will survive, because sometimes before people go for post-exposure vaccine, the vaccine is already there and developing in the patient. So I like to still beg and plead with dog owners in the community, in the university community. Prevention is better than cure. Bring your pets, bring your dogs and your cats for the free anti-rabies vaccine. It's free. Take the vaccine and give your pets this vaccine. Don't let this virus destroy your family. It's the children who play with these pets, and these children, many of them have very low immunity. It's better that you treat the dog so that even in the event of playing, the children get a bite, they will not become sick. Let's prevent children from getting this disease by bringing dogs to get vaccinated. Remember, it's free.
So that has been a very lovely chat with the veterinary director of the Veterinary Teaching Hospital, Professor Stella Akomas. And my name is Dr. Chinere Ukwenyi. I also work here at Veterinary University of Agriculture, the College of Veterinary Medicine. And it's been a lovely time having this chit chat, getting to know about the Veterinary Teaching Hospital. Like the professor said, Professor Stella said, bring the animals to us, and then you'll be glad you did. So remember, prevention is always the better alternative to curing a disease. It's been a lovely time having this conversation with you, and we hope to see you next time. This is the VC's Media Unit.